thought I'd follow up this last video that I just did on postpartum depression and even the one right before that, on how I don't have regrets. And I have done a rack of things that if I let myself go down the rabbit hole of regret or oh my gosh, or whatever, oh my gosh, I would never get out of bed. It's not beneficial. Now, that's also years of practice. This is also my profession, to teach people to embrace themselves and to live in the present space. One of the hardest things to do is, especially if you're dealing with OCD or depression or even ADHD or anxiety, anything like that, is you typically go back and you ruminate and you start to replay a scenario. I can't believe I did that. Well, you were in the middle of it. You're looking at it with eyes. It's like you're putting on the glasses and you're going, oh my God, why'd she do that? Oh my God, why did I do that? Because you did what you did and you said what you said. That's what you got to get to. And like I was saying in the postpartum video right before this, is people are going to judge you. They will judge you on the judgiest of levels. And their judgment is based on their insecurities. Their judgment is based on them. It's hard for you to see that when you're in it. So how do you move forward by knowing that you've hurt people, knowing that you've done crazy things, knowing that because what's the choices? Okay, so let's unbox that for a minute. What's the choices of not letting that go, right? Okay, well, you can sit there and you can beat yourself up. You can play the game. You can play the scenario. I can't believe I did that. Oh my God, I did that. Why did I do that? So stop with that and say, what lesson did I learn? You've heard me talk about this. What lesson did I learn from it? Well, I learned I'm an idiot. That's not the lesson. That's not the lesson. My God, that's not the lesson. Okay. And so what you have to realize is when you go, I regret this. First of all, welcome to not being a psychopath. That's already a win, right? You're like, I'm not a psychopath. Well, that's a big win. Let's give yourself a round of applause. You are not a psychopath. So that's already a huge win. So yay. And so you have a level of emotion. You have a level of that. So that's already a good thing. So let's look at that and give the value to that. Great. The regret is a lesson that you're not accepting. Okay. In my mind, I'm not saying that's official. In the way I practice it, a regret is a lesson that you're not learning. Okay. So I'm going to repeat that. A regret is a lesson that you're not learning. So what you do is to release the regret, so you're not sitting there and throwing yourself on the cross on the hill, is you go, okay, what lesson have I learned from this? What can I take from it and do better? How can I be better the next time? See, you get caught in the, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? Oh, right? And that's fine, because what you do is when you allow yourself to say, okay, let me take ownership. Let me take account. And here's what you don't do. Well, that person did this, so I did this. No. It's all about you, babe. You did this. You. Not them. You. I know why I did the things I did, because of most of the things I did were out of survival. Right? It's not an excuse. It's a reason. Doing the things I did, and you'll read about it in the book if you get it when it comes out, is, I did a lot of crazy things. You'd be like, oh my God. I mean, the fact that I'm even sitting here talking to you is amazing, with the amount of dangerous things that I've done. And I don't just mean like, oh, go skydiving. That's not what I mean. I mean, full on dangerous things with full on dangerous people. It's amazing. And that's why, like, things like online trolls or what people's opinions are, I'm like, oh my God, really? Like, that's child's play. I'll just block you. Right. But what you do is you look and you say, okay, what did I learn from this? And instead of beating myself up and saying I'm a horrible human, what lesson can I say, okay, now I can take this and make myself stronger and be even better than I was before? See, this is how you get out of regrets. You cannot, I do not care. You can sit there and play it all day long. Do not go on an apology tour. And every time you see the same person, if in fact it warrants an apology, it might just be a situation you can't change, a decision that you made. So you're not going to apologize for that. But you got to give yourself this compassion. You're a human being. Every human being on this planet is flawed. Me, you, everybody watching this. Flawed. Are we going to make mistakes again? Mm-hmm. Don't stop trying to make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes and you don't fail, you're never trying anything new. There's no growth without failure. There's no growth without mistakes. Own your stuff. See, that's the other caveat. You can get out of that regret by stop being in victim mode. Okay. Stop being in victim mode by blaming other people. We know, I have validated you a million times. The most, and especially the childhood trauma, that is inflicted on you was not your responsibility. I hear you. I've lived it. I love it. I appreciate it, but you're here. And to sit there and keep thinking about the things and replaying the movie over and over again and thinking you can give it a different ending is radical acceptance that you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You can't change the past. You can't change somebody's viewpoint of you because of your past. Now, I will look at somebody and I don't really care what you did in the past. If I see that you're growing, people do not come to me because they're healed. I have clients all over this world. Some I get from here on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, word of mouth, like people. Doesn't matter where you are. Everybody has made a fallible offense or several, right? Does not matter where you are. But if you keep beating yourself up because you think you should have known better, and guess what? Sometimes you're going to make the same mistake twice, sometimes 3 times. But you learn something more each time that you do it. Now, you don't get to blame the people. Well, yeah, I did this. They made me do this. What? Accountability, bro. You can say, wow, their actions, I didn't know how to handle their actions. Do you see how you put this back on you? Wow, I didn't know how to handle that. They said that and it really just like sent me off the deep end. Okay, well, why did that send you off the deep end? Well, you know how she is. You know my sister will poke and prod you. No, you're allowing that because you don't have boundaries. So now we have to say, why do you not have boundaries? You see what I mean? Like it's still going to come back to you. Anyway, you say it, spin it, do it. I'm still bringing the accountability back to you. This doesn't mean beat yourself up. I didn't say go blame yourself and be like, yeah, it's all me. It's all my fault. That's victim-y. Don't do that. What I'm asking you to do is say, what did I learn from it? What can I see now that I could have done different? Oh, well, I can't believe that I gave everything and I let people walk all over me. Okay, so wait a minute. So you learned that you need some more boundaries. I don't care that Billy was a jerk. I don't care that this girl was a nightmare. Distance, protect your peace. Love and light, send them love and light. You don't want to send hate to anybody. You never want to say, I want this person to suffer. I want this person to do this. You don't want to do that because that will come back to you 3 times fold. I'm telling you right now. So you send love and light and you say, what lessons did I learn and how can I do better going forward? What are the actions I would like to take and how do I want to feel in doing it? If you need help there, book a session with me. I got you. You know, you can find all my stuff everywhere. I'm everywhere. You just put a bat signal in the sky, baby, and I'll get on the phone with you. You know what I mean? So, you got to show yourself compassion. That's a non-negotiable. Okay. And you also don't hold somebody's mistakes over their head. If in fact it's like such a problem that it was really traumatic and drama for you, then guess what you do? You just disconnect from it. Stop trying to understand it. Stop trying to change it. Their why may never be enough. Your apology may not be, they can be like, okay, cool. They don't have to have a relationship with you. You don't get to say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then get mad because they're like, okay, well, that's fine. I just don't want a relationship with you. I said sorry. Okay, ego, check yourself. Check yourself. Because yes, this comes back to you. And so kind of going, you see how I did the last, like this video and the last 2, they all the postpartum one isn't necessarily a mistake. It's just understanding. And you are going to make these fallible offenses. You're going to make sometimes really big ones. And it's going to be like, wow, I need to recreate a whole new path for myself. I did that multiple times. I'm like an anthill. You know how like most people just go, I'll go here. Oh, this branched off a little bit. And it's like, oh, that's cute. No, mine looks like an ant trail. I'm like, oh, whoa, watch together. Whoa, there's all kinds of things going on here. I'm still finding my way. Much better now, much more clarity. I know where I'd like to go. I'm trying to live like the person I want to become. Like, you know, those things. Own your stuff. When you own your stuff, you become a whole new superpower. But in order to own your stuff, that doesn't mean persecute yourself. It doesn't mean stab yourself in the head with all of your constant thoughts of like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And you keep doing that. There's nothing wrong with you. But you got to take the ownership. You got to change, right? You can't do the same actions and expect a different result. So yes, you do need to make changes in your life. Take the lesson and the lesson now that's no longer a regret. your regret is now a lesson. And that's how you can stop living in regret. It's all secular, baby. So start learning the lessons and let's drop that regret.